Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're hunting for the perfect concealed carry pistol, this year has delivered some seriously impressive options that nail the balance of size, reliability, and real firepower. Today we're diving into the 20 top contenders that are absolutely dominating the CCW scene right now. These guns could seriously level up your everyday defense setup, whether you're rocking a micro compact or something a bit more innovative. Stick around because we're counting down to the one that's still holding the crown as the king of concealed carry. Let's jump right in. At number 20, we've got the Glock 43. This single-stack classic remains one of the most trusted and slimmest concealed carry pistols on the market in 2026, especially when you need something that truly disappears on your body. Glock designed the G43 from the ground up to be an ultra-concealable 9mm that prioritizes deep concealment over everything else, and it still excels at that job today. At just about 1 inch wide and weighing barely over 17 ounces unloaded, this pistol slips effortlessly into a pocket holster, rides appendix inside the waistband without printing under a t-shirt, or disappears completely under light summer clothing. The slim polymer frame and single-stack magazine give it that iconic Glock feel in a much smaller package, while the smooth, consistent trigger pull stays true to the brand's legendary reliability. Predictable, no surprises, and built to run thousands of rounds without flinching. It ships with a 6+1 capacity standard, though 7-round extended magazines are widely available and still keep the overall profile slim enough for most carry setups. One of the biggest strengths is how Glock engineered the recoil spring and slide to tame, felt recoil surprisingly well for such a tiny gun. So follow-up shots stay fast and controllable even under stress. The slide serrations are aggressive enough to grab easily with sweaty or gloved hands. And the factory sights are simple but effective white dot 3-dot setups that many owners upgrade with night sights or suppressor height options, thanks to the massive aftermarket support. Speaking of aftermarket, the Glock 43 enjoys one of the largest ecosystems in the industry. Holsters from every major maker, extended base plates, mag extensions, trigger upgrades, slide cuts, and optics adapters all exist in abundance, so you can tailor it exactly to your needs. Reliability is what keeps this pistol in so many people's rotation year after year. It digests everything from cheap range ammo to premium defensive loads without a single hiccup. And that boring consistency is exactly what you want when your life depends on it. The design is intentionally simple. No external safeties, no unnecessary controls, just a proven striker-fired system that's easy to understand, easy to maintain, and easy to trust. On the flip side, the main trade-off is obvious. Capacity is lower than the newer micro compacts that pack 12, 15, or even 17 rounds. So if you prioritize maximum firepower over absolute minimal size, you might lean towards something like the P365 or Hellcat. That said, for anyone who values simplicity, proven durability, pocket-friendly concealment, and the peace of mind that comes with carrying a Glock, the G43 is still a rock-solid choice. Right now in early 2026, you can find the Glock 43 for around $450 to $500, depending on the retailer and any current promotions, making it one of the more affordable ways to get into reliable concealed carry without sacrificing quality or long-term support. If deep concealment and no-fuss dependability are your top priorities, this little single-stack classic absolutely deserves a spot on your shortlist. Number 19, we've got the Taurus TX9. Taurus has really turned things around in recent years, shedding the old reputation and delivering pistols that punch way above their price point. And the TX9 is a prime example of that resurgence. It's a fresh striker-fired compact that's quickly becoming a favorite for folks who want a reliable, feature-loaded carry gun without dropping premium money. This 9mm is built with real-world defensive use in mind, giving you 15+1 rounds standard right out of the box, with extended magazines available to bump that capacity even higher if you need it, all wrapped in a 4-inch barrel setup that delivers solid velocity and ballistics, while keeping the overall length short enough to conceal comfortably under a jacket, hoodie, or loose button-up without printing too obviously. What really sets the TX9 apart is how thoughtfully Taurus approached the ergonomics. The grip comes with interchangeable back straps, so you can dial in the perfect fit whether you have smaller hands or larger ones. The texturing is aggressive enough to provide rock-solid purchase during recoil or sweaty conditions, but refined so it doesn't dig into your side during extended carry sessions. And the controls are fully ambidextrous with a reversible magazine release that makes it friendly for left-handed shooters or anyone who trains weak hand drills regularly. The trigger is one of the highlights here. A crisp, clean break with a surprisingly short and tactile reset that feels more expensive than the gun actually costs, letting you shoot with confidence and speed right from the start. It ships optics ready from the factory, complete with tall co-witness iron sights that pair beautifully with most popular micro red dots, so you can add that modern sighting upgrade without sending it off for milling or dealing with adapters. In my range time with it, the TX9 proved impressively reliable, chewing through everything from bargain bin FMJ to hotter defensive hollow points without a single stutter or failure to feed. And the low-bore axis design keeps recoil surprisingly tame for a compact, making follow-up shots quick and controllable even when you're pushing the pace. Accuracy is more than adequate for defensive distances, with groups staying tight enough to build real confidence in the platform. The design incorporates some smart touches like forward cocking serrations for easier press checks and slide racking, plus a Picatinny rail up front for mounting a compact light or laser, if that's part of your carry setup. Of course, it's not the tiniest micro compact on the market. The slightly larger frame and full-size grip field trade a measure of deep concealment for better shootability and control. So, if you're dead set on something that vanishes in a pocket, you might lean toward a true subcompact instead. But for most everyday carriers who want something that feels substantial in the hand, without being bulky on the body, that's a worthwhile compromise. Right now in early 2026, street prices are hovering comfortably between $400 and $500 depending on the retailer, any current promotions, or bundle deals with extra magazines, which makes the TX9 one of the strongest value propositions out there. You're getting duty-capable capacity, modern optics readiness, ambidextrous controls, and Taurus's improved build quality, all in a package that doesn't require you to stretch your budget. If you're looking for a dependable first carry gun, a solid crossover for home defense and daily carry, or just a no-nonsense compact that feels built to last through years of training and real-world use, the Taurus TX9 is absolutely worth putting on your radar as one of the smartest buys in the current concealed carry lineup. Coming in at number 18 is the Mossberg MC2c. This striker-fired compact pistol has quietly built a loyal following as one of the most underrated options for concealed carry right now, and it's easy to see why once you get your hands on it. Mossberg took the same no-nonsense bomb-proof reliability mindset they apply to their legendary shotguns and poured it straight into a modern 9mm that's built to perform when it matters without any flashy extras getting in the way. The MC2c delivers an impressive 14+1 rounds with the flush magazine, or 16+1 when you run the extended options, all packed into a slim, lightweight polymer frame that's just over an inch wide and feels feather-light unloaded, making it incredibly easy to tuck away appendix, strong side inside the waistband, or even in a pocket holster under everyday clothing without printing or printing minimally. What really sets this gun apart is how straightforward and dependable the design is. No complicated gimmicks, just a clean, functional layout that prioritizes getting rounds on target reliably. The trigger has a surprisingly clean break and a solid tactile reset for the price point, which helps with consistent follow-up shots even when you're moving or under pressure. Slide serrations are deep and aggressive front and rear, giving you plenty of purchase for quick manipulations, press checks, or racking the slide with gloves or wet hands, while the grip texture strikes that perfect middle ground, tacky and secure enough to stay locked in during recoil or sweaty draws, but not so rough that it irritates your skin after hours of carry. Recoil is surprisingly tame for a compact 9mm thanks to the low-bore axis and smart weight distribution, so the gun stays flat and controllable, letting you snap off accurate strings without fighting the muzzle rise as much as you might expect from something this slim. Most current models come optics ready straight from the factory, with a cut that accepts a wide range of popular micro red dots, and the tall iron sights are set up for easy co-witness, so you can keep your backup sights visible through the optic if you choose that route. In extended range sessions, this thing has proven itself by chewing through hundreds of rounds of everything from bargain bin FMJ to premium hollow point defensive loads without a single stutter, feeding, ejecting, or malfunction, which is exactly what you want from a carry gun that might have to work in dirty, high-stress conditions. The slim profile and rounded edges make it forgiving for smaller hands or anyone who wants minimal bulk, and the overall ergonomics feel natural right out of the box with intuitive controls that fall where your fingers expect them. That said, it's not without a couple of trade-offs. The aftermarket support isn't anywhere near as massive as what you get with Glock platforms. So, while holsters, sights, and basic upgrades are readily available from good manufacturers, you won't have the endless customization ecosystem some folks crave. The stock sights are bright and functional, but basic. So many owners swap them for something with more tritium or fiber optic accents pretty quickly. At current street prices hovering between $450 and $550 depending on the retailer and any promotions, the Mossberg MC2c represents outstanding value in the high-capacity compact category. You're getting serious firepower, proven toughness from a brand that's been building reliable firearms for over a century, and modern essentials like optics readiness without paying premium brand premiums. If you're a budget-conscious shooter looking for a no-drama daily driver, someone who already trusts Mossberg for home defense shotguns and wants a matching pistol, or just anyone who appreciates a sleeper gun that quietly outperforms expectations, the MC2c is one of those smart, under-the-radar choices that lets you carry confidently without drawing attention or draining your wallet. Number 17 belongs to the Smith & Wesson Equalizer, a pistol that really stands out in the concealed carry world right now for being one of the most user-friendly micro-compacts you can find. Smith & Wesson built this gun with accessibility in mind, especially for folks who might struggle with racking a slide or managing recoil on smaller platforms. Think newer shooters, people with smaller hands, or anyone dealing with reduced hand strength. What makes the Equalizer special is its clever design that combines high capacity with easy handling. You get a slim polymer frame that's forgiving and comfortable to grip, paired with interchangeable magazine options that let you run 10-round flush fits for deep concealment, 13-round extended mags for better purchase, or even 15-rounders when you want maximum firepower without adding much bulk. The standout features include a built-in grip safety that requires a firm hold to fire, giving that extra layer of security many people love. And you can opt for a manual thumb safety if that's your preference for carry style. Up front, there's a Picatinny rail for mounting a compact weapon light, which is huge for low-light situations or home defense setups. The trigger pulls smooth and predictable with a nice, clean break that's easy to manage, helping build confidence during practice sessions. Sights are bright 3-dot style for quick target acquisition. And many models come optics ready, so you can drop on a micro red dot without fuss. One of the coolest parts is how tame the recoil feels for a micro 9mm. Smith & Wesson tuned the slide and spring system to keep muzzle flip low and recovery fast. So follow-up shots stay on target even if you're new to shooting or shooting under stress. The grip texture strikes a great balance, aggressive enough to stay locked in your hand during sweaty draws, but not so rough it chews up your skin during long carry days. Reliability is classic S&W, meaning it digests a wide range of ammo without hiccups, from cheap range fodder to premium defensive loads, and the overall build feels solid and durable for everyday use. On the downside, it's not the absolute smallest or lightest micro out there, so if you're chasing the tiniest possible package for pocket carry, something like a Bodyguard 2, 0 might edge it out, and the capacity, while impressive, doesn't quite hit the 17-round highs of some competitors like the P365 X Macro. But where the Equalizer shines is in its approachable nature. It doesn't intimidate beginners, yet it still delivers real defensive capability once you're comfortable with it. Priced around $500 street right now, in early 2026, it's an incredible value for what you get. Versatility that works equally well for concealed carry, home defense, or just hitting the range without feeling like you're fighting the gun every step of the way. If you're looking for a pistol that makes concealed carry feel less daunting while still packing serious performance, the Smith & Wesson Equalizer deserves a serious look on your short list. At number 16, the HKVP9SK stands out as a premium subcompact that brings Heckler & Koch's legendary German engineering straight into the concealed carry world. This pistol takes the proven VP9 platform and shrinks it down without sacrificing what makes HK guns so special. You're getting 15+1 rounds of 9mm in a compact frame with a 4-inch barrel that delivers solid velocity and better ballistics than shorter micros, giving you an edge in defensive scenarios where every bit of performance counts. The real magic starts with the ergonomics. HK nailed the grip angle and shape so it fits like it was molded to your hand, and with interchangeable backstraps you can fine-tune it for any hand size, making extended shooting sessions comfortable and control rock solid even under stress. The trigger is one of the crispest you'll find on a striker-fired subcompact, with a short, clean break and that positive reset that lets you stay on target for fast, accurate follow-ups. Recoil feels surprisingly soft thanks to the low-bore axis design, which keeps muzzle flip minimal and helps the gun stay flat during rapid fire, something you really appreciate when practicing or in a high-pressure situation. The paddle mag release or traditional push-button options let you choose what works best for your draw and reload style, and the slide serrations are deep and aggressive for reliable manipulation, even with gloves or wet hands. Build quality is pure HK, overbuilt in the best way, with a corrosion-resistant finish and internals that are designed to run thousands of rounds without drama, eating everything from cheap-range ammo to hot plus P defensive loads without a single hiccup in my testing. Optics-ready versions come standard now, so you can mount your favorite micro red dot low and co-witness with the tall suppressor height sights for quick acquisition in any lighting. On the concealment side, it's not the tiniest micro out there at just over an inch wide and about 7 inches long, but it disappears surprisingly well under a jacket, hoodie, or loose shirt, especially with the right holster. And the slim profile makes appendix or strong side carry comfortable for all-day wear without hot spots. Of course, there are trade-offs. It's heavier than true pocket pistols, so if you're chasing the absolute smallest footprint, something like a Sig P365 might edge it out. And the premium HK price tag means you're paying for that legendary durability and refinement rather than budget-friendly features. Right now in early 2026, you're looking at around $750 to $850 depending on the retailer, and whether you grab the optics-ready model, which puts it firmly in premium territory but delivers value through unmatched trigger feel, ergonomics, and long-term reliability that many shooters swear by for daily carry. If you want a subcompact that feels like a full-size duty gun in your hand, shoots softer and more accurately than its size suggests, and carries the HK reputation for never letting you down when it matters most, the VP9SK is absolutely worth the investment and remains one of the most respected options for serious concealed carriers who prioritize quality over cutting every possible ounce. Number 15 is the CZP-10F. This full-size striker-fired pistol has become one of the most popular choices for people who want a handgun that can comfortably serve double duty as both an excellent everyday concealed carry option and a very capable home defense or range gun. The CZP-10F gives you a generous 17+1 rounds of 9mm in a slightly longer, taller frame that still conceals surprisingly well under a jacket, untucked shirt, or even a decent hoodie depending on your body type and carry position. What immediately grabs attention is how incredibly natural the gun feels in the hand. The famous CZ grip angle is almost magical, pointing the pistol instinctively the second you raise it, and the interchangeable backstraps allow you to fine-tune the fit, so it sits perfectly whether you have small, medium, or large hands. The aggressive yet surprisingly comfortable grip texturing locks your hand in place during recoil without being punishing during long carry days or extended shooting sessions. The trigger is widely regarded as one of the very best factory striker-fired triggers you can buy at this price point. Crisp, clean, short take-up, a nice positive wall, a very satisfying break, and one of the shortest, most tactile resets in the class, which makes follow-up shots fast, accurate, and downright addictive. The low-bore axis design keeps muzzle flip very well controlled, so even with full-power defensive loads or hotter plus P ammo, the gun stays remarkably flat and returns to target quickly. The The slide is easy to rack thanks to those deep, aggressive serrations both front and rear. And the controls are extremely intuitive with a reversible mag release and an ambidextrous slide stop that falls right where your thumb wants it. Accuracy is outstanding even at longer defensive distances. The pistol consistently delivers tight groups, and it runs every type of ammo I've ever fed it without a single malfunction. Rock-solid reliability that you can trust your life to. Modern optics-ready versions are very common now, with a low-profile milled slide that accepts most popular micro-red dots and still allows co-witness through the tall iron sights. The overall design is clean, utilitarian, and extremely durable with a tough nitride finish that holds up to sweat, holster wear, and daily abuse while still looking sharp for years. One of the biggest strengths of the P10F is the incredible value. You're getting near premium European fit, finish, ergonomics, and trigger quality at a price that most American-made competitors can't touch. On the downside, the aftermarket for holsters and small parts is still growing, and not quite as enormous as Glock's ecosystem yet. And because it's a full-size pistol, it's naturally a little larger and heavier than true micro or slimline compacts. So, it won't disappear quite as completely under very light summer clothing. Recoil is noticeably softer and more manageable than the smaller guns on this list, making it easier to shoot well and faster to get back on target, especially for extended training or defensive drills. Right now in early 2026, street prices for the P10F, including optics-ready models, are hovering very competitively between $450 and $580, depending on finish, features, and where you shop, making it one of the absolute best buys in the entire concealed carry and duty pistol market if you want a gun that feels significantly more expensive than it really is. Whether you plan to carry it daily, use it as your nightstand gun, or take it to the range to become a better shooter, the P10F delivers exceptional performance, superb handling, and outstanding value that makes it very hard to beat once you've actually put rounds through it. Landing at number 14, the Glock 26. If you're looking for a no-nonsense subcompact that's been a concealed carry staple for decades, the Glock 26 is still one of the toughest little fighters out there in early 2026. This original baby Glock was designed from the ground up as a backup or deep concealment piece, and it delivers exactly what it promises in a package that's ridiculously easy to hide. You're getting 10+1 rounds of 9mm standard in a super compact frame that's barely over 6 inches long and weighs just about 21 ounces unloaded, making it perfect for appendix carry, pocket carry in a good holster, or slipping inside the waistband without printing under most clothing. What keeps this gun legendary is its utter reliability. It's the kind of pistol that just runs and runs, no matter if you're feeding it cheap range ammo, premium defensive loads, or even hotter plus P stuff. It digests everything without a single hiccup in my experience. The Gen 5 version brought some nice refinements, like the flared magwell for faster reloads, ambidextrous slide stop, NDLC finish for better corrosion resistance, and that iconic Glock grip texture that's aggressive enough to stay planted in your hand during rapid fire, but doesn't chew up your skin during all-day carry. The short 3.4-inch barrel does mean a little more muzzle flip and snap in recoil compared to longer compacts. But with proper grip and practice, it's completely manageable, and the accuracy stays plenty good for defensive distances out to 15 or 20 yards. One of the biggest strengths is the massive ecosystem. Since it's part of the Glock family, every holster maker on the planet has options for it. You can swap in aftermarket triggers, night sights, extended mags for 15 or even 17 rounds if you want to borrow from larger Glocks, or add a rail-mounted light for low light work. It's optics ready in the latest iterations if you go for the MOS version, though most folks run at iron sights only because of how simple and foolproof it is. On the flip side, the capacity is lower than the newer micro compacts flooding the market, and that snappier recoil can feel a bit punishing if you're a newer shooter or have smaller hands. But that's the trade-off for ultimate concealability and simplicity. No frills, no fancy compensators, no integrated lights. Just pure, proven performance that thousands of law enforcement officers, military personnel, and everyday carriers still trust when they need something small, dependable, and ready to go. Right now in 2026, you're looking at around $500 street price for a standard Gen 5 model, sometimes dipping lower during sales, which makes it one of the best values in the entire concealed carry category if you want a gun that will outlast you with minimal maintenance. Whether it's your primary carry, a backup on the ankle, or the one you grab when you need to stay low profile, the Glock 26 remains that do-it-all subcompact beast that pros keep coming back to because it simply works, day in and day out. No excuses. Number 13 goes to the Springfield Armory Echelon 4.0C. This compact pistol is turning heads big time as one of the freshest, most innovative options out there right now in the concealed carry game. Springfield didn't just tweak an existing design. They built the Echelon from the ground up with a ton of smart engineering that makes it stand out in a crowded field of striker-fired 9s. Right off the bat, the standout feature is that variable interface optics mounting system, which is honestly one of the coolest things they've done here. It lets you mount pretty much any micro red dot you want without needing extra plates or adapters. And it sits super low, so you get excellent co-witness with the tall iron sights that come standard. No more fussing around or stacking adapters. Just slap on your favorite dot and you're good to go. The grip texture is another highlight. Aggressive yet surprisingly comfortable for all-day carry, with that high traction pattern that locks your hand in place even when things get sweaty or you're shooting fast strings. It fills the hand really well for a compact, giving you better control than a lot of slimmer micros out there. The trigger is crisp and clean with a nice short reset, breaking lighter than many factory setups in this class, which translates to tighter groups and quicker follow-ups when it counts. You're looking at 15+1 rounds of 9mm standard, with 18-round extended mags available if you want even more firepower without sacrificing too much concealability. The 4-inch barrel delivers solid velocity and ballistics for defensive ranges, and the overall recoil impulse feels soft and flat thanks to the low bore axis and effective recoil management design. Controls are fully ambidextrous, slide stop, mag release. Everything is reachable for lefties or righties without any awkward stretching. Build quality feels premium with that durable polymer frame and nitride finish slide that shrugs off wear and tear. On the plus side, the modularity shines through. You can swap grip modules if needed. The optics setup is future-proof, and it's optics ready out of the box with no extra cost. It shoots incredibly flat for its size, making it fun at the range and confidence-inspiring for carry. Drawbacks? It's still a relatively new platform, so the aftermarket for holsters and specific accessories isn't quite as massive as Glock's ecosystem yet, though it's growing fast as more people pick one up. Some folks mention the grip angle takes a session or two to dial in if you're coming from other brands, but once you're used to it, it points naturally. Priced around $670 street right now, sometimes dipping lower on sales, it's punching way above its weight for the features you get. This isn't just another Glock clone. It's Springfield saying, here's how we do modern compact, carry with real innovation baked in. If you're after something concealable that feels high-end, shoots soft, mounts optics effortlessly, and gives you that extra edge and capacity and control without jumping into the premium price tiers, the Echelon 4.0C is absolutely worth adding to your shortlist. It's gaining fans quickly for good reason, and in 2026, it's proving to be one of the smartest new entries in the compact 9mm world. At number 12, the Wesson Combat P365. This is what happens when one of the most respected custom gun shops in the world takes Sig Sauer's already game-changing P365 platform and cranks it up to 11 with their signature touch. Wesson Combat starts with that legendary micro-compact foundation, the one that proved you could pack serious capacity into something tiny, and then layers on premium upgrades that make it feel like a completely different animal in your hand. Right out of the box, you're getting enhanced grips with their exclusive Wesson Combat texture patterns that are aggressive enough to lock your hand in during rapid fire, but still comfortable for all-day carry without chewing up your skin. The trigger gets a serious polish too, with a smoother, crisper break and shorter reset than the stock Sig, giving you that refined feel that helps with precise shot placement and faster follow-ups when it counts. Many versions come with an optional integrated compensator or ported barrel setup that noticeably flattens recoil and muzzle rise, so this little 9mm shoots flatter and softer than you'd ever expect from something this small. Capacity remains one of its biggest strengths. You're still looking at 10+1 with the flush mag, 12+1 extended, or even up to 17+1 if you swap in the larger X-Macro style grip module, all while keeping the overall footprint incredibly concealable at just over 6 inches long and barely over an inch wide unloaded. The fit and finish are next level Wilson. Hand-fitted parts, flawless slide to frame mating, a deep black or two-tone Cerakote option for corrosion resistance, and often upgraded night sights or fiber optic front sights that pop in any lighting condition. It's fully optics ready with cuts that accept most popular micro red dots, and the slide serrations are deep and aggressive for positive manipulation, even with gloves or wet hands. Reliability stays rock solid at Sig's proven level because the core fire control unit is still the serialized Sig part, so you're not sacrificing dependability for the upgrades. On the range, it feels more planted and controllable than a stock P365 with quicker target recovery and tighter groups at defensive distances, making it a favorite among shooters who train hard and want every edge possible. Of course, nothing this refined comes cheap. Current pricing typically lands between $850 and $1,200, depending on the specific configuration, like whether it has the comp, custom slide work, or premium grips. But you're paying for that Wilson combat craftsmanship that turns a great carry gun into something exceptional. The big advantage here is obvious. You get the concealability and modularity of the P365 ecosystem with noticeably better ergonomics, trigger quality, and overall refinement that makes it shoot and feel like a custom piece without going full bespoke. On the flip side, if you're strictly on a budget or just need something basic and reliable without the extras, a stock P365 or X-Macro will do the job for hundreds less. And the Wilson upgrades might feel like overkill for casual carry. But for those who appreciate the details, who spend time at the range honing their skills, and who want a micro compact that stands out in both performance and feel, the Wilson Combat P365 is absolutely a standout in the 2026 concealed carry lineup. Premium, polished, and worth every penny if you're chasing that ultimate refined daily defender. At number 11, the Canik Mete ME9 Prime really steps up and delivers one of the most impressive value-packed micro compacts you can find on the market right now in early 2026. This upgraded version takes everything that made the original Mete MC9 so popular and cranks it to the next level with some seriously thoughtful refinements that make it feel like a premium gun without the premium price tag. Right out of the box, you're getting an enhanced trigger that's been tuned for an even crisper, lighter break with a super positive reset, making follow-up shots feel effortless and natural even during rapid strings of fire. The slide serrations are deeper and more aggressive front and rear, giving you rock-solid purchase whether your hands are sweaty, gloved, or just dealing with a stressful draw. One of the standout upgrades is the full optics cut that accepts most popular micro red dots with ease, paired with tall fiber optic sights that provide a bright, quick acquisition picture and co-witness perfectly if you decide to mount a dot later. Capacity sits at 12+1 with the flush magazine, or 15+1 when you slap in the extended one, all packed into an incredibly slim and lightweight frame that's perfect for all-day appendix or strong side carry without ever feeling bulky or printing under a t-shirt. The grip texture is aggressive yet surprisingly comfortable for extended wear, and the overall design keeps recoil surprisingly low for a micro 9mm, thanks to Canik's smart use of a flat-face trigger, good bore axis, and balanced weight distribution that lets the gun snap back on target fast. What really sets the Prime apart is how it brings in high-end touches like a loaded chamber indicator, reversible mag release for lefties, and that signature Canik fit and finish that punches way above its class. On the plus side, you're getting near match-grade accuracy for defensive distances, flawless reliability through hundreds of rounds of mixed ammo, and a level of refinement that makes it compete head-to-head with guns costing hundreds more. The only real downside is that the aftermarket for holsters and accessories is still catching up compared to something like a Glock or Sig, but it's growing fast because people are discovering just how good this little beast is. Priced around $500 street right now, sometimes dipping even lower during sales, the Canik Mete MC9 Prime is hands down one of the smartest buys in the entire concealed carry category. If you want that high-end shooting experience, modern features, and serious capacity in a tiny, easy-to-carry package without emptying your wallet. If you're tired of paying top dollar for name brand micros, but still want something that feels special every time you pull it out of the holster, this is absolutely the one to check out. At number 10, we've got the Ruger Max 9. Ruger jumped headfirst into the micro-compact revolution a few years back, and with the Max 9, they absolutely nailed what so many shooters were asking for: serious capacity in an ultra-slim, everyday carry-friendly package. You're getting 10+1 rounds with the flush fit magazine, or 12+1 with the extended one, all chambered in 9mm, squeezed into a frame that's barely over an inch wide, and weighs just under 20 ounces unloaded. That means this pistol can truly disappear under a regular t-shirt, hoodie, or even lighter summer clothing without printing at all, making it a favorite for appendix carry, strong side inside the waistband, or even pocket carry when you need the ultimate low-profile option. What really sets the Max 9 apart during live fire testing is how surprisingly shootable it feels for such a small gun. The aggressive yet comfortable grip texturing gives you rock-solid purchase without shredding your hands during extended range sessions or all-day carry, striking that perfect balance between control and skin friendliness. The trigger is one of the highlights here, a flat-face design that breaks cleanly around 5.5 pounds with a crisp, short reset, letting you hammer out fast, accurate follow-up shots without fighting the gun. Right out of the box, it's fully optics ready with a slide cut that accepts most popular micro-red dots. And if you're not ready to mount an optic yet, the factory tritium night sights provide a bright, quick acquisition sight picture day or night. Ruger also built in forward slide serrations for easier press checks and manipulations, plus a reversible magazine release for lefties or righties. On the reliability front, this thing has proven itself time and again, cycling everything from cheap range fodder to premium defensive loads without a single hiccup in my hands-on time. Accuracy is more than adequate for defensive distances, easily keeping groups inside vital zones at 10 to 15 yards. And the longer sight radius compared to some even smaller micros helps with precise shot placement under stress. Of course, no gun is perfect, and the Max 9 does have a few trade-offs. Recoil can feel a bit snappier than larger compacts because of the short barrel and lightweight, though the flat trigger and good grip texture help tame it nicely. And some shooters note the slide can feel a touch stiff when racking it fresh out of the box until it breaks in. Still, those are minor gripes when you consider what you're getting for the money. Right now in early 2026, the Ruger Max 9 street price hovers around $350 to $400, depending on the retailer and any bundle deals, which makes it one of the absolute best values in the entire concealed carry category. You're walking away with a modern, feature-packed micro-compact, optics cut, night sights, solid trigger, high-ish capacity, and Ruger's legendary durability, all without emptying your wallet. If you're just starting your concealed carry journey, need a reliable backup gun for when you're traveling light, or simply want something that performs far beyond its price tag, the Ruger Max 9 absolutely belongs on your short list and might just end up being the daily driver you reach for every morning. Moving up to number 9, the Smith & Wesson M and P Shield Plus stands out as one of the smartest evolutions in the concealed carry world right now. This pistol takes everything people loved about the original Shield, the legendary slim profile that disappears in your pocket or under a tucked shirt, and fixes the one complaint that kept coming up over and over: not enough rounds on board. Smith & Wesson engineers worked some serious magic here, stretching the grip just enough to cram in 13+1 rounds of 9mm while keeping the overall width at a razor-thin 0.885 inches. That means you get high-capacity performance in a package that still conceals like a true single stack. Perfect for appendix carry, pocket carry, or strong side inside the waistband, without printing through even lighter clothing. During extended range sessions, this thing ran flawlessly no matter what ammo I fed it, from cheap range fodder to premium defensive loads, proving once again why S&W's reputation for reliability is rock solid. The trigger upgrade is a game changer compared to the original Shield. It's noticeably lighter, smoother through the pull, with a crisp break and that tactile, audible reset you can feel every time without ever taking your eyes off the target, which translates to faster, more confident follow-up shots when it counts. The grip texture strikes an ideal balance. aggressive pyramid patterns that lock your hand in place during rapid fire or sweaty conditions, yet comfortable enough for all-day carry without chewing up your skin or hot spots after hours on your hip. One of my favorite design touches is the ported slide on certain models, which not only aids reliable cycling, but also noticeably tames felt recoil, making this compact 9mm shoot softer and flatter than its size would suggest, so you stay on target quicker and groups tighten up under stress. The optics-ready slide is standard on most versions these days, letting you mount a micro red dot low and co-witness with the excellent 3-dot tritium night sights for fast acquisition in any lighting. You also get versatility right out of the box with a flush-fit 10-round magazine for maximum concealment and an extended 13-rounder when you want every round possible, plus the option for 15-round extended mags if you're running it as a backup or range gun. Build quality feels premium with the Armorite corrosion-resistant finish, holding up to sweat and daily abuse. And the controls are intuitive. Reversible mag release, easy-to-reach slide stop, and a loaded chamber indicator for peace of mind. On the plus side, the Shield Plus combines slimness, capacity, shootability, and affordability in a way few competitors match perfectly. It's lightweight at just over 20 ounces loaded, easy to manipulate even with smaller hands, and backed by one of the most trusted names in defensive firearms. The main drawbacks? Some shooters with larger hands might wish for a slightly fuller grip extension option out of the box, and while the trigger is a big step up, it's not quite in the same league as aftermarket-tuned competition guns. Still, for around $500 on the base model, or a little more for optics-ready variants, you're getting tremendous value, especially when you factor in the included magazines and the way this pistol bridges the gap between ultra-concealable micros and higher-capacity compacts without forcing major trade-offs. At number 8, we've got the Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro Comp. This compact powerhouse builds directly on the proven Hellcat Pro platform and takes it to the next level by integrating a built-in compensator right into the slide and barrel design, which is one of the smartest moves Springfield has made for the micro-compact category. That compensator vents gases upward to drastically reduce muzzle rise and keep the gun running, flatter than almost anything else in its size class. So when you're dumping rounds down range in rapid strings, the sights stay glued to the target instead of climbing all over the place. In my own range sessions, the difference was immediately obvious. Follow-up shots snap back on target way quicker than with standard non-compensated micros, and the felt recoil felt more like a larger compact than a tiny 9mm carry piece. You're still getting that impressive 15+1 standard capacity with flush-fitting magazines, and you can bump it up to 17+1 when you want extra rounds without sacrificing too much concealability. The 3.7-inch barrel delivers solid velocity for defensive 9mm loads, while keeping the overall length short enough to disappear inside the waistband or appendix carry. Up front, you've got a bright fiber optic sight that pops in daylight, paired with a clean U-notch rear for fast target acquisition. And the whole slide is optics ready with a direct mount cut that accepts most popular micro red dots without needing adapter plates in many cases. Springfield's adaptive grip texture really shines here. The pyramid style pattern digs in aggressively when your hands are sweaty, or you're gripping hard under stress, yet it doesn't chew up your skin during long carry days or extended training sessions. The flat face trigger is another highlight, breaking cleanly right around 5 pounds with minimal over travel and a short tactile reset that encourages precise, controlled shooting even when things get fast. Design-wise, the Hellcat Pro Comp keeps that signature slim profile, staying just over 1 inch wide, so it conceals effortlessly under a t-shirt or light jacket, and the overall weight stays manageable even when fully loaded. On the plus side, this thing shoots softer and flatter than its dimensions suggest. The compensator really tames flip without adding much length or complexity. The capacity is generous for a micro, and the factory optics readiness plus excellent iron sights make it ready for modern carry setups right out of the box. Reliability has been rock solid in my testing, digesting everything from cheap range fodder to premium defensive hollow points without a single hiccup. And Springfield's reputation for durable builds backs it up. Drawbacks? The compensator can make the muzzle blast a bit louder and flashier, especially indoors or in low light, which might not be ideal for everyone. And while the price sits comfortably in the mid-range around $700 these days, it's definitely more than entry-level micros like the Ruger Max 9 or basic Caniks. So you're paying a premium for that integrated comp performance. Still, if you're chasing maximum shootability and control squeezed into the smallest possible everyday carry package without jumping into full custom territory, the Hellcat Pro Comp stands out as one of the flattest, most capable micro compacts on the market right now. It's the kind of gun that makes you rethink what's possible in a true concealable 9mm. Landing at number 7 is the Glock 48. Now, before you tune out and think, just another Glock, hear me out, because this pistol carves out its own sweet spot in the concealed carry world right now in 2026. The Glock 48 is the true Goldilocks gun, not a stubby micro that sacrifices shootability, and not a chunky compact that prints under everything you own. It gives you a longer 4.17-inch barrel paired with the slim, single-stack width frame of the Glock 43X series, so you get noticeably better velocity, improved ballistics, and a longer sight radius that makes it way easier to shoot accurately at defensive distances compared to the true pocket rockets. At just over 1 inch wide, it disappears inside the waistband or appendix carry almost as well as a single stack, yet you still get a full, comfortable grip that most shooters can wrap their whole hand around without pinky hanging off. Standard capacity sits at 10+1 with a flush magazine, but the aftermarket world opens it up to 15+1 or even higher with extended options. So you're never really short on firepower. What keeps people coming back to the G48 is that legendary Glock reliability. It just runs, no drama, no excuses. I've dumped every kind of ammo through it, from cheap steel case range fodder to premium defensive hollow points and plus P-loads, and it never stuttered once. The Glock marksman barrel is a big part of why groups stay tight, even when you're pushing the pace. And those front slide serrations make press checks and slide manipulations smooth and snag-free during the draw. The slim slide and frame combo really shines for concealment under a t-shirt or light jacket without printing. And the overall ergonomics feel natural once you get used to the slim grip. Sure, the factory plastic sights and stock trigger aren't anything flashy. They're basic functional Glock stuff, but that's where the massive aftermarket ecosystem comes in like a superpower. You've got endless choices for night sights, suppressor height irons, red dot mounts since it's optics ready on most current models, upgraded flat face triggers, stippled grips, compensators if you want to go that route, and holsters from every major maker under the sun. That customization potential means you can turn a basic G48 into exactly the carry gun you want without starting from scratch on a whole new platform. On the downside, the slim grip can feel a little skinny for folks with larger hands during extended range sessions, and recoil is a touch snappier than a full-size compact because of the lighter weight and shorter grip. But practice smooths that out quickly. At current street prices hovering around $540 to $580 depending on the retailer and any bundle deals, you're getting incredible value for a pistol that combines Glock's bomb-proof durability, slim concealability, and that unbeatable parts and holster universe. It's not trying to be the flashiest or highest capacity option on the market, but for anyone who wants a reliable, easy-to-conceal daily driver that shoots better than most micros and gives you room to grow with upgrades, the Glock 48 is still one of the smartest, most practical picks you can make in 2026. Number 6 belongs to the Walther PDP Compact. And if you're looking for a pistol that feels like it was built with your hand in mind, this one stands out in a big way right now, in 2026. Walther took everything they learned from over 2 decades of the legendary P99 series and poured it into this striker-fired compact, creating a true Glock 19-sized gun that excels whether you're using it for duty, home defense, or everyday concealed carry. The 4-inch barrel gives you excellent 9mm ballistics with good velocity and manageable recoil, while the standard 15+1 capacity means you're never short on firepower when it matters most. What really sets the PDP Compact apart is that phenomenal performance duty trigger, hands down one of the best factory triggers you'll find on any production striker-fired pistol these days. It breaks crisp and clean right around 4 pounds, with super minimal take-up, almost zero over travel, and an incredibly short, tactile reset that lets you rip off fast, accurate follow-up shots almost effortlessly. Shooters rave about how addictive it feels once you get dialed in, turning range sessions into something fun instead of a chore, and giving you serious confidence under stress. The ergonomics are next level too, with a grip angle that's natural and intuitive, interchangeable back straps to fit just about any hand size, and that aggressive yet surprisingly non-abrasive super terrain texture that locks your hand in place during rapid fire without chewing up your skin after hours of carry. Controls are perfectly placed for easy thumb access whether you're right or left-handed, and the integrated beaver tail does a great job protecting your hand from slide bite without feeling bulky or getting in the way during a draw. Up front, the slide comes optics ready straight from the factory with a versatile plate system that accommodates most popular micro red dots. And the tall co-witness iron sights are sharp and reliable if you prefer irons or want backup. Walther even throws in 3 magazines with the package, which is a thoughtful touch at this price point and saves you some extra cash right off the bat. On the range, this gun shoots flat and soft for its class, thanks in part to the low-bore axis and well-tuned recoil spring assembly that keeps muzzle flip under control and helps you stay on target shot after shot. Reliability is rock solid, carrying forward that proven DNA from the P99 era, so it digests everything from standard pressure to plus P loads without drama. Design-wise, the PDP Compact keeps things sleek and modern, with forward and rear slide, serrations for positive manipulation, even with gloves or wet hands. And the overall profile conceals surprisingly well under a jacket, hoodie, or even a looser shirt for strong side or appendix carry. Of course, no pistol is perfect, and some folks mention the slide can feel a bit stiff when new, until it breaks in after a couple hundred rounds. And while the trigger is outstanding, the stock sights are good, but not the absolute brightest in low light, compared to some aftermarket options. Still, those are minor nitpicks on what is otherwise an exceptional all-around performer. Right now in early 2026, you're looking at around $700 street price for the optics-ready model, which delivers incredible value when you factor in the premium trigger, thoughtful ergonomics, included magazines, and the battle-tested reliability. Coming in at number 5, the Shadow System CR920. This pistol is a prime example of how smaller manufacturers can take a proven platform like the Glock 43X and 48 and elevate it with thoughtful high-end refinements that make a real difference for concealed carry. Shadow Systems built the CR920 from the ground up to compete head-on in the slimline micro-compact category. But they didn't just copy. They improved nearly every aspect that matters for everyday defense. The standout feature is that match-grade spiral fluted barrel, which not only delivers exceptional accuracy with tight groups at defensive distances, but also reduces weight while adding that eye-catching bronze TICN finish for superior corrosion resistance and a premium look that turns heads at the range. The entire slide gets the same aggressive yet functional treatment with deep scalloped serrations front and rear, giving you a rock-solid purchase for press checks, slide racking, or one-handed manipulations, even when your hands are slick from sweat or gloves. Those serrations are designed smartly too. They provide plenty of traction without sharp edges that could snag on clothing during a fast draw. Fully ambidextrous controls are another huge win here. The magazine release is perfectly positioned for either hand without shifting your grip, and the slide stop is enlarged just enough to be easy to reach and depress reliably. Yet it stays low profile to avoid accidental activation or printing. The trigger is one of the best you'll find on a factory striker-fired gun in this class. Clean break, minimal creep, short positive reset, and a pull weight that feels crisp and predictable, making it noticeably easier to shoot accurately and quickly compared to stock Glock triggers. Optics readiness comes standard with a versatile mounting plate system that accommodates most popular micro red dots without needing adapters or special tools. And the slide sits low enough for a natural co-witness with the iron sights if you prefer irons. In my extended range sessions, this thing proved incredibly reliable, digesting every type of ammo I threw at it from cheap range fodder to premium defensive loads without a single hiccup, while maintaining consistent groups and soft, controllable recoil thanks to the refined ergonomics and low-bore axis. The grip texture is aggressive pyramid-style panels that lock your hand in place during rapid fire, but remain comfortable for all-day carry, without chewing up your skin. On the downside, You're definitely paying a premium for these upgrades. At around $679 street price right now in early 2026, it sits firmly in the higher-end micro-compact territory. So it's not the budget play like some Glock clones, but what you're getting is a gun that's been obsessively refined for competition-level performance while still being compact and concealable enough for daily IWB or appendix carry. If you want that Glock-like bomb-proof reliability and massive aftermarket compatibility, but crave better out-of-the-box trigger feel, superior accuracy, enhanced features, and a more polished overall package without having to spend hours customizing, the Shadow Systems CR920 is absolutely a worthwhile investment that punches well above its weight in the current concealed carry lineup. Number 4 is the Sig Sauer P365X Macro. This pistol takes the revolutionary P365 platform that flipped the concealed carry world upside down and cranks it up to another level, delivering full-size firepower while keeping that legendary concealability intact. Sig Sauer took the familiar grip module and stretched it just enough to give you a staggering 17+1 rounds of 9mm right out of the box. No compromises on capacity, yet the whole gun measures only 6.6 inches long and weighs barely over a pound loaded, so it still rides comfortably appendix or strong side without feeling like a duty pistol in your waistband. The real game changer here is the integrated compensator built into the barrel and slide, which redirects gases upward to tame muzzle rise and felt recoil in a way that's almost unfair for a micro compact. When I ran it at the range, the X Macro stayed remarkably flat during rapid fire, letting me snap off follow-ups faster and keep everything on target even under simulated stress, something most other high-capacity micros can't match. The optics-ready slide mounts low enough for perfect co-witness, with the excellent factory X-ray 3-day night sights, giving you a crisp, glowing sight picture in any lighting condition, and it accepts most popular micro-red dots without adapters or extra milling. The grip texture is spot on, aggressive enough to lock your hand in during sweaty or high adrenaline draws, but refined so it doesn't irritate during all-day carry. That slightly extended grip lets most shooters get a full 3.5 finger purchase, which improves control, reduces muzzle flip even further, and makes the gun feel more planted than shorter P365 variants. The flat-face trigger delivers a clean, crisp break with minimal take-up and a short, positive reset that makes it easy to shoot tight groups on the move or in quick strings. Reliability is pure Sig. I've put hundreds of rounds through multiple examples without a single malfunction, whether it's cheap range ammo or premium defensive loads. The modular design is another huge win. Swap grip modules for different sizes, change slides, add a manual safety if you want one. The fire control unit is the serialized part, so you can build exactly the carry gun you need. Sure, the extended grip might print a touch more under super tight clothing compared to the standard P365, and the current street price sits right around $700, putting it in the premium micro compact tier. But when you stack up the massive capacity, the buttery smooth shooting, the optics readiness, and the endless customization options, that investment starts looking like a steal for anyone who wants maximum performance without sacrificing everyday concealability. In 2026, if you're after the ultimate high-capacity micro 9mm that shoots like a much bigger gun and disappears on your body, the Sig Sauer P365X Macro is still one of the absolute best choices you can make. At number 3, the Staccato CS. This pistol takes us straight into true premium territory where every dollar you spend translates directly into performance you can feel on the range and trust in the real world. Staccato has taken the classic 2011 platform, that legendary double-stack 1911-inspired design, and shrunk it down into a serious concealed carry contender without sacrificing what makes those guns so special. With a compact 3.5-inch barrel and a sleek, hand-fitted match-grade barrel, the CS delivers accuracy that punches way above its size class. During my testing sessions, I was consistently printing groups that made me stop and think I'd accidentally grabbed a full-size competition gun instead of a carry piece. The single-action trigger is nothing short of phenomenal. A crisp, clean 4-pound break with virtually zero over travel, one of the absolute best you'll find on any production pistol right now. giving you that glass rod feel that makes precise shots and fast follow-ups feel almost effortless. Recoil management is handled beautifully by the Dawson Precision toolless captive recoil system, which keeps the muzzle flat and the gun on target even during rapid strings of fire, despite the shorter barrel and relatively light overall weight. You get 16+1 rounds of 9mm on tap, plenty of firepower in a package that still conceals surprisingly well under a jacket or untucked shirt. The slide features a top-tier Dawson Precision optics cut that accepts most popular micro red dots without needing adapters, and the co-witness iron sights are crisp Dawson units that align perfectly if you're running irons only. The grips strike that perfect balance, aggressive enough to lock your hand in place during sweaty or high-stress draws, yet comfortable for extended carry without chewing up your skin. A compact but effective magwell speeds up reloads under pressure, and the overall fit and finish scream high-end craftsmanship, from the precise slide-to-frame tolerances to the durable, corrosion-resistant coatings. On the plus side, this thing shoots flatter and more accurately than almost anything else in the concealed carry category. The trigger alone can make you a better shooter overnight, and the build quality means it's built to last a lifetime with basic maintenance. The downsides? It's heavy on the wallet. Current street prices hover right around $2,500, sometimes dipping a bit lower during sales, but rarely much below that. And it demands consistent training to master the 2011 style manual of arms, especially if you're coming from striker-fired platforms. But if you're serious about concealed carry, willing to invest in quality gear, and put in the range time, the Staccato CS isn't just another gun on the list. It's the pinnacle of what a high-performance carry pistol can be in 2026. The kind of firearm that professional shooters and dedicated enthusiasts swear by, because when it matters most, it simply performs at a level few others can touch. Number 2 goes to the all-new Glock 19 Gen 6. Folks, Glock has finally delivered the update that shooters have been begging for. And this Gen 6 version feels like the most significant refresh the iconic compact has seen in a long time. Right out of the gate, the flat-face trigger stands out as a game changer, pulling lighter and crisper than any previous generation, giving you that clean, predictable break that translates to noticeably better accuracy and quicker follow-up shots when the timer is running. The new grip texture is more aggressive, yet somehow stays comfortable during extended range sessions or all-day carry, locking your hand in place without chewing up your skin or feeling like sandpaper. They have added forward and rear slide serrations as standard, making manipulation smoother and more positive, especially under stress or with gloves on. The big headline here is the optics-ready slide that's now standard across the board, with a robust mounting system that keeps the red dot sitting low enough for perfect co-witness through the upgraded metal night sights. No more dealing with those flimsy plastic sights that always felt like an afterthought. The 4-inch barrel and 15+1 capacity of 9mm remain unchanged from what made the G19 legendary, delivering reliable velocity and ballistics in a package that's still compact enough for concealed carry while offering enough sight radius and grip to shoot like a much larger gun. During my own testing, the refined recoil spring assembly smoothed out cycling dramatically, reducing felt flip and helping the gun stay flat through rapid strings of fire. This pistol keeps Glock's legendary reliability intact. It just keeps running, no matter what ammo you feed it, through mud, sand, or thousands of rounds without a hiccup. What really sets the Gen 6 apart is how it blends that proven, boringly dependable platform with modern upgrades that shooters actually wanted, all while maintaining the unbeatable aftermarket ecosystem. There are more holsters, sights, triggers, compensators, extended mags, and custom parts available for the Glock 19 than for virtually any other pistol on the planet, meaning you can tailor this gun exactly to your needs without ever running out of options. At around $745 MSRP, though you can often find it street priced a bit lower, the Gen 6 offers incredible value in today's market. You're getting a duty-grade, do-it-all compact with fresh features that keep it competitive against the latest micros and high-end strikers. Sure, it doesn't have the ultra-high capacity of some newer designs or the butter-smooth factory trigger of certain competitors, but those trade-offs are minor when you consider the sheer versatility, durability, and ecosystem support that make the G19 a benchmark. Whether you're running it for concealed carry, home defense, duty use, or just hammering steel at the range, The Glock 19 Gen 6 excels across the board and remains one of the smartest, most capable choices if you could only own one pistol. And finally, at number 1, we've got the PSA Dagger Micro. Palmetto State Armory has really shaken things up in the micro compact world with this little powerhouse, delivering incredible value by borrowing the best parts of the Glock ecosystem while packing it into a super concealable package that's perfect for everyday carry. Right out of the box, you're looking at 11+1 capacity with the flush magazine, or 13+1 when you grab one of the extended options, all in 9mm, squeezed into a slim frame that's barely over an inch wide and weighs next to nothing unloaded, so it disappears easily in an appendix rig, pocket holster, or even inside the waistband under a t-shirt without printing at all. What makes this gun stand out is how seamlessly it plays in the massive Glock aftermarket. Holsters, sights, mags, triggers, you name it. Everything swaps over without drama, which means you can customize it endlessly as your skills grow or your needs change. The trigger is surprisingly crisp and clean for something in this price range, with a short, positive reset that helps you stay on target during rapid strings. And the aggressive slide serrations front and rear give you plenty of purchase even if your hands are sweaty or gloved. Grip texture is just right, tacky enough to lock in during recoil, but not so rough. It chews up your side during long carry days. In my hands-on time, this thing ran flawlessly through hundreds of rounds of everything from cheap range fodder to premium defensive loads. No hiccups, no failures to feed or eject, proving it's got that rock-solid reliability you need when it counts. Recoil is surprisingly manageable for such a small gun thanks to the low bore axis and smart weight distribution. So follow-up shots come quick and stay flat, making it approachable whether you're a beginner dialing in your fundamentals or an experienced shooter who just wants something budget-friendly that doesn't feel cheap. Being optics ready straight from the factory is a huge win in 2026. Letting you drop on a micro red dot without adapters or milling, and the co-witness sights are tall enough to work well if you go that route. Of course, no gun is perfect. The polymer frame feels a bit more basic than some premium competitors. And the stock sights are functional, but nothing fancy. So most folks upgrade them pretty quickly. But when you factor in the current street price hovering right around $350 to $400, depending on the retailer and any bundle deals, it's tough to find better bang for your buck in the micro compact category. You're getting modern features like an optics cut, solid capacity, Glock compatibility, and dependable performance without spending $500 or $600 on a name brand. If you're just starting your concealed carry journey, building a budget setup, or looking for an affordable backup piece that punches way above its weight, the PSA Dagger Micro is one of those smart, no-nonsense choices that lets you carry confidently without emptying your wallet. There you have it, the top 20 concealed carry pistols ruling right now, with the Sig P365 still wearing the crown. At the end of the day, the best carry gun is the one you actually carry every single day, train with consistently, and trust when things get real. What's your go-to carry piece right now? Drop it in the comments and let me know if I left off any strong contenders. If this helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe for more defensive firearms breakdowns, stay armed, stay trained, and stay safe out there.